Yes, we are, Siobhan, so I'll just put you next to me and you'll be able to hear what I'm saying. Okay, thank you. Bye. Okay, is everyone all set to go? Firstly, thank you for coming this evening. I just want to inform everyone that police today arrested 2 people following a threat made online on a website for Can. This threat was made to the Linwood Islamic Centre and the Al Noor Mosque in Christchurch earlier this week. Police executed 2 search warrants this afternoon in Linwood and St Albans. The Armed Defenders Squad assisted, but this was only a precautionary measure. One of those arrested has now been released, and the other, a 27-year-old male, has been charged with threatening to kill. He is due to appear in the Christchurch District Court tomorrow, the 5th of March. We are also investigating the possibility of further charges. I just want to reinforce that we take these matters extremely seriously, and we're also working very closely with our Muslim community. Any threat made on our community and our people is a threat on our society and will not be tolerated. Any messages of hate or people wanting to cause harm in our community, they will be held to account. Our inquiries into this matter are ongoing, and as a result, we're not in a position to provide further detail on the nature of the threat. Are there any questions?
Was there anything suspicious found in your search warrants?
That search is still undergoing and will make up part of the investigation. So at this stage, I can't say what was found and the nature of what was found.
How were police notified of these messages?
Police were notified through a member of the public coming forward. And I want to just reinforce, if we're going to keep our society safe from harm, we need everyone to help. And that means we need all members of the public to keep eyes open and to inform us straight away if they have any concerns of people's behaviours or actions or anything they say.
Can you give us an idea how credible the threat was? I know you can't tell us what it was, but how credible was it?
It was credible enough that we took action straight away, and any threat in this environment, in these circumstances, we take extremely seriously.
Do police actively monitor these sort of websites and like 4chan or industry?
We work very closely with our intelligence partners, and both locally, nationally and internationally, and that is all part of what we do and how we do our work.
When did you receive the tip-off?
I understand that was a couple of days ago.
And was that through Crime Stoppers, is that right?
It was through Crime Stoppers, and I ask that if anyone needs to notify us, Crime Stoppers, ring Crime Stoppers, or I also ask that you ring our 105 number, or if it's an emergency, please ring 111.
Have the mosques been searched and has anything suspicious been found?
Yes, as a result of the threat that was made and the context, we took precautionary procedures as we would with any threat made, and we undertook searches of both mosques.
Was this person known to the police?
I can't say because the matter's before the court.
And
2
was there
days
anything?
between when you tipped off and acting today, why was that?
Just intensive investigations and inquiries. When you start with nothing, it takes a long time to work through. So that was part of the inquiry and the investigation. We had a full-time dedicated team working on that, both from a technical perspective and from an inquiry perspective.
Was there any reason why that information came from the public as opposed to it being from the intelligence agencies?
Whether it comes from the public or the intelligence sources, what's important is that we take these things seriously and we action those threats quickly and decisively.
And just checking, was there anything found in the mosques, anything of interest or suspicion?
Not that I'm aware of.
What further charges have been considered?
At this stage, I don't know, but we will let you know with a further release later on with good detail. As you're probably aware, we've still got a team working on this as I speak to you, but at this stage, the only charge that is forthcoming is the threatening to kill, but I anticipate there will be further charges.
When were the Muslim communities alerted to this?
They were spoken to pretty soon after we were made aware. It is very important that we have full trust and confidence of our communities, and when things like this come to notice, we make sure that we speak with our communities as quickly as we can. What we don't want to do is create further fear. Fear is the element that people like this use to create harm in our society. So what we want to be able to do is act decisively and ensure that no threat can be carried out.
And when were the mosques searched after you learned the threat?
Pretty shortly afterwards. I can't give you a precise time, but it was pretty shortly afterwards.
You mentioned trying to avoid a situation where there's fear, but in a few days there is a significant memorial event planned, a remembrance event. Do police have any concern around that? Will there be increased security? What can you tell us?
There will be absolutely. As with anything, we want to make sure the memorial service goes off well for all New Zealanders. The whole of the New Zealand Police will be at alert level that will require us just to connect with our communities. But we will, here in Canterbury, will have a large reassurance phase. We'll also be ensuring that we've got the ability to police the event so people can come, remember, and be there safely.
Will that include the arming of police?
I will not and cannot go into that. It's an operational decision at this stage.
Could you confirm if the use of a bomb or an explosive was made in the threat?
No, I can't, because that matter is before the court. The nature of the threat and the content is what that will be going before the court.
How concerning is this for you? I mean, it's nearly 2 years on from March 15, and to have people making these sort of threats and specific references to that date, how concerning is this for you?
Look, it's a very good question. Look, I think it's very concerning for me, but it's also very concerning for New Zealanders as a whole. Most New Zealanders are peace-abiding. Most New Zealanders want us to be united and to respect the diversity of New Zealand and the country we live in. And any threat, anyone wanting to do contrary to that, is not the New Zealand way. So yes, I am concerned, as I think we should all be. So that's when we've got to call out this sort of behaviour. It's inappropriate, it's not the right thing to do, and we're better than that in New Zealand.
Is it possible to see further arrests? Are you looking at any more people?
We are not looking at anyone else in regards to this matter.
There'll be a number of Muslims tonight hearing your words who will be feeling very afraid. Is there anything you want to say to them? What message would you send to those people?
I would like to think that there isn't fear, but rather that they have trust and confidence in New Zealand and New Zealanders and their police service. We're there to serve our community, the Muslim community, especially at this time. So I would like to think that the trust and confidence they have in the New Zealand Police to ensure that when things like this happen, that we respond professionally and get the result for our community.
Can I just confirm